Good evening, ladies. Welcome to my part two of my series on Psalms 23, Finding Hope. My name is Dawn Kappelman, and I am a single mom of three, and I'm a part of the leadership team at the Single Mom KC as well as the Pursuit Coordinator. Before I get started on my series, I do want to remind you this Wednesday is our Pursuit meeting for March, and we are going to have as a speaker our new director, Rachel, and she's going to share a little bit about her story, and there's going to be an opportunity for you to ask questions. So join us on Facebook Live on Wednesday at 7 p.m. and join us as we get to know our new director, Rachel. I've had a chance to meet her, and she is a delight. So I look forward to having you join us so you can get to know her as well. So let's get going on this series we've been doing. So we've been exploring Psalm 23. And the reason I picked Psalms 23 is there's so much that we can learn from God. And it provides, in this chapter, it provides us with so much hope, healing, and comfort during difficult times. And, let's, as we recap about what we covered last time in part one, when we looked at the first verse, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And as we learned in that, David wrote this Psalms 23, speaking to God about his trust in him during difficult times. And David was a shepherd as a young man. And we learned that the role of the shepherd is they are there to protect, guide, and provide for their sheep. We also learned that sheep as animals are actually hopeless without a shepherd and are 100% dependent on everything from the shepherd. We also learn that the Lord is our shepherd and he is our best friend and he will always take care of us, and that you are very valuable to him, excuse me. He also protects you. We as single moms are vulnerable and he always has our back. He guides us and he will always lovingly lead us in the right direction. God provides and feeds our soul, and how he does that is through prayer and reading his word. And he knows just when we need something, and he will always provide it to us, whatever it is that we need. And whatever burden, decision, or problem you are facing, he can help you, and you can trust that he will watch over you and be there for you. Tonight, I want to go into verse 2. So, verse 2 is he makes me lie down in green pastures, he leads me beside still waters. So, as I mentioned before, sheep are 100% dependent on their shepherd, and they're hopeless if they don't have them. And part of the implication of this is that sheep don't always know what's best for them or when they need help. So the reality is when we look at this verse, he makes me lie down in green pastures. The shepherd can't make them lie down, right? But there are four things that he does need to make sure that is cared for before they do. One is sheep are very timid animals, and they won't lie down if they sense that there's any danger. They also are social animals, so if there's any friction among the other sheep, they won't lie down. They also get very distracted by flies and parasites. And lastly, they are become really anxious, and if they are hungry at all, they won't lie down. So it's really the role of the shepherd to make sure that all those things are cared for so that the sheep will lie down in those green pastures. The shepherd, and he always knows the right places, right? He knows the land. He knows where to take them to the best pastures, and he faithfully will guide them to that green pasture, just as God will for us. And we need those green pastures to satisfy our soul and really fulfill what we need to for our soul. Second half of the verse is he leads me beside still waters. Just as shepherds know when their sheep know that they need the green pasture, they also know when they need to lead them to still waters. And they will even lead them on even the stormiest of days. And here's the thing, God will for us as well. You know, when we are experiencing fear, anxiety, depression, or just that uncertainty that we often feel as single moms, he will restore and replenish us, and he will care for us during those times, and he knows just how to nourish us and really give us what we really need. And when we allow God to be our shepherd and to guide us, we have contentment, and we will reach these places only when we follow him obediently. So in conclusion, I want you to ask yourself, do you follow him faithfully? Do you follow him even when the path is hard, right? We get that a lot as single moms. When was the last time, ladies, that you felt completely at peace, where you could just sit and still in the moment, you were relaxed and you were at peace? And as single mom, it's so hard to find those moments and to be able to relax when our lives are so busy raising our kids, working, and all the additional responsibilities that we carry as mothers. But it's really important that we make that time. We need that rest, ladies. You need it for your soul, for you to be the best mom that you can be. And we really need to make that time to rest our bodies and to still our minds and connect with God. And it is during that he will get us through anything that we're going through. There are things that are going to be going on in your life. I know they were for me when I was a single mom, that you just don't understand. But we really need to trust him. And everything he's doing in your life is for good. And we will flourish in the green pastures that he provides us. Lastly, we have to start leading our own life. Let God lead you and lead you to those still waters he has for you. Let God be your shepherd. I encourage you this week to take time and just thank him for being there for you every day. Ask God to help and guide you to hear him more clearly in that stillness, and that he guide you through those storms of life, and let you know that you are safe and that he cares for you. Because it's in that stillness, ladies, that we learn more about God and we can grow to be like him. Thank you for joining me in part 2, and I look forward to you joining me in my next series, part 3, when we'll be going into Psalms 23:3. Have a good week. Bye.